Well, here she comes to raucous applause. This is the most recognisable sports person in the whole of China. She's their #1, world #1 from February 2022. It's been an incredible run of dominance at the top of the standings from Sun Yingsha, defending champion here. She takes on Wang Yidi, the #5 seed, for a place in the semi-finals. Welcome back to Fraser Riley ahead of this one. I mean, you can't really see past the defending champion here, can you?
No, she is in incredible form, Shasha.
Sun Yingsha just making her way over for the formalities before we get underway here.
I have red and blue. Red from Wang. Blue for Sun. Blue Sun, with the top, you choose side. First game, Sun to serve, lap up. One love.
Well, she's just dropped the one game en route to this quarter-final. Are there any weaknesses in Sun Yingsha's game?
I wouldn't say so. You can't improve your strengths without it costing something at the table. Can't have it all. Shasha is a forehand orientated player. She's got the most devastating, deliberate forehand in the game. But a backhand strong too. That's going to make it even tougher for Wang Yidi here. Sun Yingsha's really improved her backhand. So she will pivot. Gonna have to be at her very, very best.
Every single camera in this arena is trained on Sun Yingsha. These fans just desperate to capture these moments. Of course, Sun Yingsha will be partnering up with Wang CHUQIN later in the mixed doubles final. It'll be happening later this evening. Sun Yingsha is always going to come on top, isn't she, when you get her into a rally like that?
She looked so cool there. She was feeding off the pace of Wang Yidi. That was tantalising. You're going to have to give me more than that, she says to Wang. Part of me feels as though Wang Yidi will be better trying to slow the game down here. She doesn't want to give Sun Yingsha a pace to feed off. She doesn't want to attack too much because she'll leave certain areas exposed on the table. Shasha will bait her in certain ways. A counter game strong. Wang Yidi's going to have to be mindful where she invests in the speed and spin game here. The serve receive crucial in any match, but she's going to have to try to handcuff Sun Yingsha as much as she can. That was nice play.
3-4.
She had a mixed day yesterday, didn't she, Wang Yidi? She was brilliantly convincing in that win over Hashimoto, which is a huge feat, but less so in the mixed doubles. Bit of an up and down day yesterday.
There's a lot of experimentation from Team China at this event in the doubles.
That is just world class from Sun Yingsha.
The iconic silhouette there of that half long, not even a ball that is that long. You've got to be careful of that back edge. It's a obstacle as well as a target. Just to give a little bit more information about that brilliant performance from Wang Yidi against Honoka Hashimoto. She won it in straight games, which was really, really impressive. I wasn't fancying her chances in that one there against the world number 11.
No, because the world number 11 has figured out how to beat pretty much anyone on her day, hasn't she?
She won 11-8, 11-3, 12-10, Wang Yidi. On table 2 in the Smash Arena. All attentions now on the Infinity Arena as we get down to business here on day 6.
Around about the midpoint of the opener here, it's Sun Yingsha who has the slight advantage, just the 2 points in it.
Slowing down the game, they're taking it out in front, brushing the ball a little bit more, YINGSHA. Opening the racket angle slightly, softening the wrist and the after motion. Putting a little bit of pressure on that thumb as she plays that backhand. It's a lovely shot. Oh, wow. That's emphatic from Wang Yidi. It was a world-class push out. She opens her stance, square to the table. Glances the backhand down the line.
Superb placement out to that wide forehand, wasn't it? That backhand, it's almost mechanical, isn't it?
Yeah, it's so divisive. The forehand is the power shot. Of course, you can vary with that shot too soon, but the backhand is the more probing shot. She'll test the waters with that. A bit more sensory than the forehand. The forehand is there to finish the point, or to continually apply serious pressure. Try to swipe under the ball with that touch. Sun. Ooh.
Wow. Sneaks that one past the backhand side.
Big compound movement there from Wang Yidi. Great footwork. We always talk about her solid base. Not quite as nimble, agile as SHATOU.
Wow, she's drawn level. This has been a remarkable run of a few points from Wang Yidi. She is so adored. Got so many loyal fans.
Yeah, it's incredible. She's probably the most followed sportswoman in China, maybe even the most followed sports person in China, YINGSHA. Ooh, goodness me. Clipped the top of the net, didn't it there?
Well, we are in for a thrilling finish, aren't we, to game number one? This is intriguing stuff. Wang Yidi now establishes a narrow lead. Oh, well. The lead is now evaporated. YINGSHA with some good work to draw level again.
There's still a lot of work to do here. She'll be on receive. That was a really important point for SHATOU. These fans are just over the moon to see her in the flesh.
And in the backhand to backhand, it's Wang Yidi who comes out on top. That normally reliable forehand from YINGSHA letting it down there.
Speaking of flashes, that was incredible. Wang Yidi, so compact. Trying to handcuff SHATOU there in the middle and backhand. Sun couldn't find her forehand, and when she tries to play it inside out. Didn't grip the ball.
Well, that clipped the top of the net, and that was a big, big opportunity for Wang Yidi.
They're both using very similar tactics against each other here. Steering that backhand. Good shot out the crossover.
The grimace from Wang Yidi tells you everything.
Wide serve, very clever.
10-11.
Slower, wider. Trying to open the table for herself straight away. Wang Yidi didn't move enough there to try and play that power flick.
Important serve again for Wang Yidi, serving against game point.
I think she was trying to protect herself with something silkier.
Oh, well, Wang Yidi couldn't convert her game point. YINGSHA couldn't convert hers. Scores a juice once again.
Stop. 11 all.
The ball kid there just taking a bit of extra time.
Huge effort from YINGSHA.
11-12.
Wang Yidi learned from her mistake earlier on here in juice. Flicked better. Great forehand, and the recovery was just as important, if not more important, for Sun there. Right at the peak of the bounce, changed into the forehand. Clenches a fist and she has another game point. Can she take it this time on receive? Serves alternating, of course.
Oh, it was a real show of aggression, wasn't there, behind that shot from Wang Yidi? stunning ball placement out to that wide forehand as well. Great vision.
Great vision, so decisive. Last time that these two played, the champions in Chongqing. 4-2 to YINGSHA.
Clever serve.
Well, 13.
YIDI pushes into the net. Hey, look, at least the fans get their value for money if we're in for some long games here.
The last 3 encounters have gone to at least 6 games. So not uncommon to see SHATOU concede a game to Wang YIDI. Would you believe it, Rebecca? It hit the net and it hit the edge. It's double happiness for YINGSHA.
Double disappointment for Wang YIDI.
Oh, nothing she could do there.
Oh, you have to feel for her there, don't you?
Goodness gracious me. You don't see that so often, especially in such a tight game. Four games to love. So Fancy Chi,
One to stop. Love
the
all.
qualifier who's done the best, had a smash. Chen Jun-sung later has an opportunity to be the first ever qualifier to reach the semi-finals of the men's singles at a smash.
One love.
Now Wang YIDI really needs to shake off game number 1, doesn't she? But it's easier said than done.
One all.
Oh, great work.
One,
Some real
two.
strength and power behind Wang YIDI's forehand shot. Establishes, or re-establishes that single point cushion here in these early stages of game number 2.
Any subtlety is going to help Wang YIDI here. Anything different. You wonder how many secrets you can keep from a player who you share the training hall with every single day.
3-1.
Of course, as always, it's down to who's better on the day. That's obvious, but it'd be nice to see something that makes us go, wow, that's different. I've never seen them do that. But then where would they get the chance to practice that stuff without them being able to see?
Without giving away their secrets, exactly. Unless you have someone like Honoka Hashimoto who doesn't train with her teammates at all.
Yeah, Japan's different. You've got these little different pockets, different clubs around Japan. I mean, training together here in Beijing, in the National Centre.
Well, this is a great start for Wang YIDI, a superb response to the crushing disappointment of game 1. Clever play from YINGSHA.
2-5.
What's incredible about these Chinese women is how safe they are. Their game is the perfect blend between control and aggression. They could actually hit the ball a lot harder than what they do. But then when the percentages would be off, you can see there,
5.
Wang YIDI went for something too powerful. That was, even for her standards, way too high risk.
Is there a bit of frustration, do you think, behind that?
I'm not so sure, Rebecca. She's got a good start to this second game. She wouldn't have been surprised to have dropped that first, that opener. But she tried to hit the ball too hard. That was the thing. She planted the feet, but then tried to hit it way too hard. Spin is very important in table tennis. You need the security of spin to help create some arc. Increase the likelihood that the ball will land on your opponent's side. It's incredible that Wang Chuqin can hit the ball that hard with his forehand.
What were we seeing yesterday? 70 plus kilometres an hour?
Ridiculous. That was off a push as well. That was off An Jae-hyun's world-class push. Of course, with a push, you're having to face backspin. It's a heavier ball to lift. But the racket speed of these Chinese players is incredible. Using resistance bands, hitting the weight room between sessions. They can play with such freedom and fluidity. It's the power through the relaxation.
Well, we were talking about the speed of Wang Chuqin's forehand winner yesterday. We just saw that graphic flash up there. Speed 112 kilometers an hour. This is great work from Wang Yidi.
Playing the backhand. Watch this. Yep, little hop. Gets the forehand in. I'm going to try and make it a guessing game. You don't want to switch the direction of play all the time because then you'd be predictably unpredictable. So it's about doing something enough so that when you then change it, you've got the surprise factor behind it.
9-4.
Well, she's certainly surprising YINGSHA in game number 2 because with a 5-point advantage, she is looking really strong. She's playing a very compact style as well, isn't she? She's not wasting any energy on big wind-ups or anything like that. Oh, just so good. And she brings up 6 game points. This has been an entirely different game number 2 and a brilliant response from the 5th seed.
She's just purring here. She's managed to outclass YINGSHA, would you believe it?
Oh, wow. Wang Yidi, that is absolutely stellar stuff.
So 1-1 here in this women's singles quarter-final. Over on table 2 in the Smash Arena, got an all-Korean quarter. Shin Yubin is currently 3-2 up against Chu Hee. Great win for Shin Yubin yesterday over Kwai Man.
She's having a brilliant week here, isn't she, in Beijing?
After really dropping down the world batting order as well.
Yeah, I remember we were talking at the last Smash in Sweden about how Shin Yubin is not in freefall, that would be unfair, but certainly isn't firing on all cylinders in the singles, but she's certainly proving us wrong.
Yeah, it's an outstanding achievement for her. Wang dispatched Hina Hayata again comfortably yesterday. And an interesting match between Miwa Haramoto and Satsuki Odo. Odo was 1-0, 10-4 up and lost 3-1.
I mean, what happened there?
What happened there?
Miwa Harimoto then through to face Wang Manyu in the quarterfinals at the opposite side of the draw. So that'll be a tough test.
1-2.
Zhu Yuling playing fantastically well here. Can't wait to watch her play against Tong Tong, the Champions Yokohama winner. Tong Tong beat SHATOU in that final there in Japan.
2-all.
Two really, really crafty players.
Well, that was crafty.
3-2.
YINGSHA causing a bit of trouble there for Wang Yidi.
That backhand. Tried to pivot again. That's not the first time she's tried to pivot and play down the line. High risk, high reward shot from SHATOU. That wide serve forehand combo is something that she's going to continue to look to do. I love it. Great heavy spins.
And the change of direction proved to be the difference there. From the backhand to the forehand.
She is the Great Wall of China. How do you get past her when she's playing like this? She's on song now, SHATOU, 19-shot rally. Her backhand's out in front. She's not having to get there. It's already there. So secure.
Oh, but you could see what the plan was there. Wang Yidi just failing to execute.
Some players, when they panic, go passive. Wang Yidi snatches.
Great.
She went way too wild there, Wang Yidi. You know, she can make those. It was a slow high ball, but it was absolutely chip-panned with spin.
5-4. Okay.
Takes a tumble there, Sun Yingsha, but I think she's fine.
So another look, just lost her footing there, didn't she, in an attempt to turn back towards the table. But suffering no ill effects after the fall to the floor, and she is going to get us back underway here. Oh, she's frustrated.
Making full use of those tacky rubbers, generating an unfathomable level of rotation. Shasha couldn't sponge it up. But there, you can see how much more comfortable she was on that one. Sun Yingsha steps in, doesn't show where she's going with the shoulders, plays it against the momentum of Wang Yidi. Wasn't expecting it there to backhand half. Great finish.
A surprise element there. Looking at that, you'd have thought maybe going down the line, perhaps.
That's the thing. There's no giveaway with the form motion. This is why the Chinese top players play in a similar kind of way. There's subtle differences. For example, Wang Yidi is someone who will play the backhand punch off of the high ball inside the table more often than someone like Xia, more often than someone like Wang Wanyu. But overall, fundamentally similar.
And one that really could be anyone's. I wonder if that is fair to say, Fraser. Oh, they've got a three-point game. I mean, is there a player you think at the minute who looks the stronger? I mean,
not at all, which makes it crazy that Xia can dominate way more than Wang Yidi.
6-8.
Wang Yidi's never won a smash.
Champions at YINGSHA on the biggest win of her career.
Yeah, two-time champions winner. She won in Frankfurt 2 years ago. That's the last time she beat Xia, actually. And yeah, Incheon coming down from 10-6. Down in the decider against Tong Tong. Really, really climatic, classic of a match.
Stamp of defeat and frustration as the ball just clips the net. No such luck for Wang Yidi, as we saw in game number 1 for Sun Yingsha when the ball clipped the net and then the edge of the table. And it's 4 game points now for Sun Yingsha to go 2-1 up here in this best of 7. Well, it seems like all the luck is on the side of the world number 1, doesn't it? She's had a couple of those lucky bounces in her favour over the net, both of them coming at critical points in game number 1 at game point and in game number 3 as well. Clearing the playing surface.
Fourth game.
Before we get underway here.
1 serve, love all.
First player to 4 games.
1
Good
love.
serving from Wang Yidi to get us underway.
Tried the wider serve there. Float. Xia really tried to finish the point straight away.
Love.
And it's great work on the forehand, isn't it, from Wang Yidi? That's a real strength for her.
I love Wang Yidi's touch play. I love how she lunges in with that right leg. So neat and tidy near the net. Took a lot of effort as well to get back to lift that push of Xia.
1-2.
These players aren't really thinking about how to play. They're just thinking about what they need to do. They're letting all the training, all the hours that they put in do the talking. They can act on instinct. And they don't even have to think. You know, that's what the definition of great technique is. When you don't have to think about how to play it anymore. You've mastered that.
Just intuitive play.
Yeah. So they're looking at transition zones. They're looking at breaking patterns. They're looking at baiting. They're looking at switching direction of play. They're thinking along some crazy wavelengths.
She tried to inject some speed there, didn't she, Xia? But Wang Yidi was well onto that.
It's an over-optimistic effort there from SHATOU. I think she knew that she was going to be done anyway, so she got to the ball a little bit late. Thought, why not?
Oh, into the net, hangs ahead in a bit of disappointment.
But she lost her footing a little bit, YINGSHA, at some point there.
Yeah, just looking down to the ground beneath her feet. Guess she might be a bit wary after taking a tumble earlier.
And that's why she then tried to play a slower ball, or successfully played a slower ball into that temptation area. When YIDI was expecting something deeper, quicker.
Into the net again.
We're seeing a lot of these lovely forehands played. It's not really an inside out because there's not that much side spin on it. But they're trying to mislead their opponent with the shoulders before the point of contact.
Oh, she tried to mislead there, didn't she, YINGSHA? Sends a thunderbolt past YIDI on that forehand side. That was brilliant.
5-all.
Punishing play from YIDI here. Big step around, slow spin, then the power comes. That time, SHATOU's pace change didn't prove to be very effective.
Yeah, I like that downline as well. Good deception.
Yeah, down the line shot
6-5.
is the shorter length to play.
It's hard to execute though, isn't it?
It is, for that reason. It's less risky to go cross court. Ooh.
6-all.
Oh, all tied up at 6 points apiece around the halfway stage.
SHATOU fans know how dangerous Wang YIDI is.
A bit quieter than usual, aren't they?
I think a lot of them love Wang YIDI too. She's one of SHATOU's best mates.
Couple of cries, but certainly good voice for that point.
That was a statement and a half there from SHATOU. Just when you felt like there could have been a swing in momentum as Wang YIDI levelled, she pulls a rocket out of pocket.
Well, they're matching each other point for point. It's going to be a nervy finish, isn't it?
Second time SHATOU's gone for a powerful flick and not made it on.
Is that normally a shot she'd make?
Not every time. No guarantees.
Seven, 8.
That's a lovely receive from YIDI.
9-7.
Comes in, traps the spin on the serve. Guided down the line. Nudges it through. That's more of a probing shot, but SHATOU didn't expect it. She looks down at the rubber. YIDI had played it very centrally on her bat to deaden the ball. Clever. And there we go.
It's game points now for Wang YIDI. 3 of them.
4 points on the trot. She's won every point since that SHATOU rocket, that untouchable one. 3 game points.
Oh, she takes
11,
it first time with a real statement. That forehand swiping across the table. Wang YIDI levels up here in this best of 7, 2 games all.
Not even an acknowledgement from her of the luck that got into it, but that just shows what's at stake here.
No love lost. Thank you, Shazad. Brilliant
Love
start for
one.
Wang Yidi. Do you get the sense, Fraser? I know it's a best of 7, of course, but is this now a must-win game, do you think? Psychologically, is this where the battle might be won?
I wouldn't say so. I wouldn't say so. I think every single moment matters here. I think that, as I said, there's no guarantees. SHATOU could quite easily win this game and Yidi would take it to 7. You just get that good instinct, that feeling.
2 love.
You know, you've always got to think about what's at stake. You've always got to think about what players have to try and brush under the rug during a matchup. If someone's leading, for example, and the opponent bounces back,
2 1.
you know that it's going to be tough for that player who bottled the lead to forgive themselves. So it depends how the game's won. It depends whether someone came back. There's winning and there's winning. But these pros, so finely tuned, and they know that it's just best to go for the best shots regardless. You don't want any regrets. You've got to play to win. You can't afford to play not to lose. But, you know, I always like to think about what's at stake here and what's to gain. There seems like there's much more for Wang Yidi to gain out of this win than SHATOU.
She's got more to prove, you sense.
I think SHATOU's got 27 senior titles, 17 WTT
That's ridiculous.
titles, yeah. It's a joke.
Left.
I mean, can you compare her
3,
dominance
2.
to any other player in any other sport?
I mean, looking at like smashes and stuff, you know, Serena Williams of tennis, but even more dominant than that, way more dominant than that in fact. SHATOU has a 95% win rate against non-Chinese players.
I mean, that makes her pretty much untouchable, doesn't it?
I can't compare her to anybody in women's sport. She's the most dominant athlete of any sport globally. And what that tells you is that there's nothing harder in world sport than beating one of China's best players at table tennis. Table tennis is the hardest sport to dominate because China have a population of over 1 billion people. They're a very advanced country and they pile most of their resources into table tennis. And their discipline, to be quite frank, usually surpasses other nations. When they really want to win something, they'll probably win it, right?
Yeah, we'll see the results of that.
5 3.
Yeah. Incomprehensible as well. And that's the second time she was world number 1.
6 3.
It's her second stint at being world number 1. And she's held that position for so long. Wang Yidi comes out in the touch play, doesn't she? She comes out on top.
She's very, very good in the touch play, Wang Yidi. Soft hands near the net, head still, good control. Look how low that is, perfect. SHATOU's backhand touch was delightful too. But just that extra nudge proved to be difficult for YINGSHA because she was stepping in and was caught out by the length. Lovely inside out and backhand off the bounce, SHATOU squeezing, constricting Wang Yidi down the line on the pivot. Better from the world number 1. Look at that, she had to abbreviate those strokes. No time for a big stroke there. There was already pace on the ball.
Ooh, missed that one though, didn't she?
We've not seen many long pass serves this match, have we?
No, we haven't.
That one wasn't even that quick, to be honest. We've barely seen any long, quick serves.
Will we see more then from Wang Yidi?
You know, at this level, a long serve has to have that surprise factor, or it's going to be instant punishment. Unless it's got a lot of side spin, backspin, then you've got a little bit more time to react for a third ball because your opponent has to lift it. It's harder for them to drive it powerfully.
And 5.
And she stretches into a 3-point lead now with that quick point. She's getting it finished off quickly when she can, SHATOU. Put this game out of sight.
She's locked down the table. She's taken ownership down the mid-region of the table.
Ooh,
It's a screamer from Wang Yidi.
It took me a split second to figure out if that actually hit the table or not.
That was just a light beam.
Wow.
Toes sit down the line.
That even touched the playing surface, didn't it? Wow.
9-7.
YIDI is clawing her way back into this one. It's not all going to be the way of Sun Yingsha as we close in on game number 5.
Could just hear there, Shasha getting a bit frustrated.
Yeah.
But she's got 2 serves here. Can she close the curtains on game 5?
Oh, she can. It's a good serve.
10-7.
Oh, she can't rather. She can bring up game points. Getting ahead of myself. 3 game points then to Sun Yingsha. Oh,
And
deep.
10.
Saves the first of 3. Keeping a cool head there.
Wasn't the best receive from Sun Yingsha. She then had to act prematurely because she knew Wang Yidi had a way she kind of wanted her. Wanted to play it into backhand, but it was good placement from Wang, and now another one bites the dust.
9-10.
It's the speed with which she can unleash that forehand. It's really phenomenal, isn't it?
She's going for this forehand third ball in a more aggressive manner, but Shasha's going to have to make some placement changes in the receive.
And we've got a timeout. Shasha from 10-6 up. Feels like she might be in a spot of bother here as Wang Yidi saves 3 consecutive game points. You would back her all day long, wouldn't you, to wrap this one up? But let's see what Wang Yidi's got.
Got serve here.
9-10.
Wang Yidi.
Oh my goodness.
10-all.
Both struggling to play the power backhand flick. Both of them have been the same here. It's a floater. Well, well, well.
Oh my goodness, what a rally, and it's Wang Yidi who comes out on top. Sun Yingsha had 4 game points at 10-6. She's been stopped in her tracks, and now it's Wang Yidi who's earned a game point of her own.
This is a tenacious turnaround. I can't believe what we're seeing here, Rebecca.
It's incredible, isn't it? Oh, and she goes long. She can't convert her game point either.
Wang Yidi tried a similar serve again, but it just drifted a little bit more. The patience was key there from Sun Yingsha. Greases the backhand. Doesn't go for power that time. Wang Yidi just a bit predictable there. A bit too safe on that serve. It cost her.
What will we see from Sun Yingsha here? Another game point.
11.
Can Wang Yidi get it across the line this time? Alternating serves, of course.
Nice pendulum serve, and that's a very, very good receive from Wang Yidi. Usually she would rather receive that with a forehand touch than a backhand. Did really well on that one. Half long.
This is an unbelievable quarter-final. Just let them both go through to the semis. Both deserve it.
And turn it into a doubles. Good length from Wang Yidi. Good recovery too.
Well, the nerves must be jangling here. Score is tied up at 2 games all, and this is a big chance for Wang Yidi to go a game up in this best of 7. Clips the top of the net, and it is Wang Yidi who eventually prevails in game number 5 and takes a single game advantage here to lead 3-2 in this best of 7 in the quarterfinals. That was a nerve-jangling, tantalising, captivating end to game number 5. YINGSHA from 10-6 up. Record that YINGSHA has over her teammates and the rest of the world, of course.
6 game.
But this is a must-win now for the world number 1. How often do we see her in this position?
Love 1.
So you asked me in the last game how important is game 5? Well, very. But it's not over until it is over.
Too low.
Well, you said, Fraser, a few games ago about Wang Yidi's tendency to sometimes overhit when she's a bit nervous, maybe.
Yeah.
Is that an example of that
Yes.
there?
Way too wild there with that punch.
Well, lost.
We see this, don't we, from the top Chinese players, 2 of which are at this table, of course, but when they lose a game, it stirs something in them to come back even stronger in the next.
Oh, wow. Phenomenal. That was like a pinball machine.
It looked as though Wang Yidi had the winning at that point, didn't it?
Matrix movement, forehand flick. How did Wang Yidi get back there again? SHATOU. Stone cold. No reaction after such a point. Are you kidding me? I'd be running around the Infinity Arena with my shirt off if I did a point like that. And they're doing it time and time again.
Those levels increasing. YINGSHA with, well, almost the entire Infinity Arena behind her.
Five, 1. Five, 2.
Toast the forehand counter there, Wang Yidi. How much lead feel like a lead here for the world number 1? How can she possibly forget that she had 4 game points in that last game? Incredible turn of events.
Mm. But she is with the momentum.
Think about it, we've not seen one loop-to-loop rally. We've not seen one single rally where the players have been attacking from mid-distance. We've not seen one lob and smash rally.
What does that tell us?
They have been close to the table, hugging it, refusing to give the opponent a clear-cut, open attacking opportunity. And when we have seen something slow, it's been as an attempt to disturb the rhythm. Oh my goodness me. That's a great counter. I want to have a go with one of these players' bats, Rebecca. And I'll be able to blame what I've been using as the reason why.
At 3.
I don't know if you can handle it, Fraser. How about that shot placement straight down the line? There's nothing that Wang Yidi can do about that one. And into the net. This is all but wrapped up now for YINGSHA.
Wang Yidi crumbling here, and SHATOU just sticking to her guns, reverting to the basics and the fundamentals, which might have lapsed a little bit at 10-6 in the last game. I think we're going to see a decider here.
Is it the pressure, do you think, of being ahead? Because that gets to players, doesn't it?
Absolutely, gets to everybody, even the world's best. It's all relative. 7 game points to the defending Champiano.
Looking at your language now, Fraser. 11 points to 3. We are going the distance here in this women's singles quarter-final. YINGSHA with an imperious performance in that one after the disappointment of relinquishing 4 game points in game number 5. She came back fighting, didn't she, to take us to a decider, wrapping up game number 6 by 11 points to 3. That was quite some turnaround.
Switching down the line, yes, can be effective, but usually it's only effective when your opponent has pivoted to play a forehand from backhand, left the door open. We saw SHATOU block through earlier in the last game. Considering the sample size, that is a ridiculously strong record in deciding games for YINGSHA, nearly 80%.
Considering she doesn't often get taken to a decider, you mean?
As well, as another factor. I'm thinking about that Singapore smash meeting, Rebecca, where SHATOU just edged her out, just clinched it, juicing game 7.
If this were the first time that this pair were playing one another and we were in a decider, would Wang Yidi have a better chance? And what I mean by that is it now a psychological battle?
More than ever. Considering the stage that Wang Yidi's at in her career as well, seen as one of the more senior players in the team, and also considering more towards the matchup that usually the more you play YINGSHA, the better she does against you because she's more aware, and then there's kind of nothing you can do when she's fully worked you out. But you can speculate. Basically everything goes out the window when it gets down to this crunch time. That is a 7th game. Anything could happen.
Anything could happen, and we are all tied up at 2 points apiece here. Oh.
2, 3.
Some of these forehand winners that Wang Yidi is playing, sometimes you can't even tell if they're touching the table because they brush up against the playing surface so lightly. Just hitting with so much speed.
It was a great read on the receive. Whiplashes it, lassos it down the line. I think overall she's been a little bit better at that shot in this match than YINGSHA. That forehand pivot to play down the line. I think YINGSHA here wants to try to entertain the backhand trade a little bit more now.
So she'll want to shift Wang Yidi onto that backhand side, avoid those big forehands.
Yeah, so she has to be careful how she receives, because most of the forehand third ball winners Wang Yidi's played has been off the backhand flick of SHATOU. Wang Yidi serving float a lot of the time. Could SHATOU receive more into the short forehand? All the threes here. YIDI takes the lead. Hold. Better receive from YINGSHA.
It was Wang Yidi-esque, wasn't it?
I think you've got to say it's YINGSHA-esque. She sets the standard.
And Wang Yidi has been playing the YINGSHA style forehands.
Yeah.
Got it.
She's the queen bee. Oh my God. That's impressed me more than any shot we have seen this match. That forehand pickup of YINGSHA was borderline uncounterable.
4-5.
And Wang Yidi has just threaded it through the eye of a needle. I'm amazed by that shot there. And they change ends. as Wang reaches 5 first in the decider.
But every point she gets, Sun YINGSHA is matching her. It is neck and neck, 3 games all, 5 games all. First to 11 seals their place in the final 4.
And a reminder that the winner will face either Zhu Yuling or Tong Tong.
Unbelievable from both players. Wang YIDI, I don't know how she stayed in that rally.
Great reach here, but Xia saying, I'm the captain.
She celebrates as well. We don't often see that from Sun YINGSHA, to be allowing herself a rare display of emotion.
First time we've seen one of them forced back into a position where they have to fish. But a boatload of power there from Xia.
And a two-point advantage here. This is the biggest lead we've seen so far in game number 7.
She's not just attacking for the sake of it. This is why she's so smart. She's staying calm. Nice touch. Decent push. No spin on the push. No back spinning. Wang YIDI lifts it way too much. Clever, crafty, cunning play inside the table. Divisive play.
No fat, please.
She's selective, Sun YINGSHA. Even under pressure, she's selective. I think that's her greatest strength in terms of shot selection. Yes, she is the calmest, which is worth its weight in gold. But she's so selective, even when she's pressured to her max. She can still come about with that clarity of thought.
Two-point advantage re-established here as we edge towards the end of game number 7. These are big, big points coming up now. YIDI has 2 serves now.
Nice delivery on the serve, and again a mindful shot from Sun YINGSHA.
Reduces the deficit, single point in it now after some decent serving from the number 5 seed.
Sun YINGSHA doesn't want to keep playing at that constant pace. Fine line between being passive and controlled. Wang YIDI took initiative there with the backhand. This is a massive, massive point. Ooh.
Goes long, and it's 2 points now for Sun YINGSHA. The advantage increasing. She's edging towards her place in the semi-final. Can she keep her cool? What has Wang YIDI got in the locker now?
She did very well, Sun YINGSHA, to counter that ball. Rotation, rotation, rotation. Spin to win. Could see her gesturing to herself there. Let's keep that coming. Off the net. What a push from Sun YINGSHA.
Earns herself 3 match points.
Off the net cord. And she deploys an absolute dagger.
Now against any other player, that ball is not coming back.
What a flick from Wang YIDI. Chiquita.
I'm just so impressed, Fraser, by the ice-cool nature of Wang YIDI. She has just held her nerve incredibly well.
She came right around the side of the ball, wrapped it up. Sun YINGSHA fresh-aired it. We've not seen her receive played like that all match, and she's done it against match points.
Who wraps up a marathon encounter. The world number 1, the defending champion, survives a 7-game thriller against Wang YIDI. The world number 5 pushed her all the way. Just 2 points in it there at the end. Wang YIDI saving the first match point, saving it in style, but it's Sun YINGSHA who is through to the final 4. What a match that was, and look how tight it was there at the end. Just 3 points in it. Fraser, one of the best matches we've seen all week.